The cells, they're everywhere!
Camera guy, the science guy.
Camera guy, the science guy.
Camera guy, the science guy.
Science rules.
Camera guy, the science guy.
Inertia is a property of matter.
Camera guy, the science guy.
Camera guy, the science guy.
Living things are everywhere. You, me, bugs, animals, and plants are all living things. Living things can be as big as this tree to as small as, well, the smallest living thing isn't even as small as this. In fact, they can't be seen with the naked eye. We call these microorganisms cells. Cells help us with everyday life. It is why we have skin, organs. Cells make up everything in and around us. To the laboratory! So, how do cells stay alive? Well, there are tiny organs called organelles. Organelles mean tiny organ. They have so many organelles that cells are practically mini Frankensteins.
Oh my god, that's so spooky!
I know, my child. Surrounding the cell is a cell membrane. It is like a city border, which controls traffic that goes in and out of the cell. It's made of a lipid bilayer containing numerous transport molecules specific to each molecule that passes in and out of the cell. Plant cells have another organelle called the cell wall. Now, the cell wall is a rigid protective barrier around the plant cell which helps it keep its structure and protect it from its surrounding environment. Next up are the transport organelles. Vacuoles and vesicles transport inside of the cell and provide a method of storage for that cell. There's also the lysosomes, which ingest food. The Golgi apparatus, our next organelle, is sort of like a postal store. It's made up of a series of flattened sac pouches, and it modifies, sorts, and, well, you guessed it, packages materials for storage inside the cell or for transport from the cell. Again, the mitochondria, as you might have heard, is the powerhouse of the cell. It is a double membrane bound organelle which contains a series of mazes known as the matrix. The functions of the mitochondria is that it's used for the process of cellular respiration, which is the combination of certain reactions and processes that converts energy from nutrients into ATP, used to power the cell's functions. Now, chloroplasts are like the solar panels used on factories inside of our little city here. They use inner and outer membranes with an empty space containing chlorophyll in the form of thylakoids. Chloroplasts convert light energy into sugars the plant cell can use in a process called photosynthesis. There is an absence of chloroplasts in animal cells as they are used exclusively by plant cells. Now, ribosomes are sort of like the protein factories of the cell. They are a collection of DNA and proteins, which are also the only organelles without a membrane. They can either be floating around the cell freely or they're attached to the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Ribosomes are also created in the nucleolus, which is a small mini organelle inside of the nucleus, which generates ribosomes. Now, speaking of the endoplasmic reticulum, the endoplasmic reticulum is sort of like the highway system for the cell. It is made of membranes and held together by the cytoskeleton, which is a series of protein-like filaments, blah, 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 blah. But anyways, the endoplasmic reticulum processes proteins and makes membranes. The endoplasmic reticulum is divided into two sections, the rough ER and the smooth ER. The rough ER is used to provide a home to ribosomes where they can generate proteins. The smooth ER, on the other hand, generates lipids to be used for the cell's membrane, which is not only on the outside of the cell, but is also used to cover the various organelles within the cell. As I was saying before, I used a city to describe most of the cell's functions and the functions of the organelle within the cells. However, if we want to describe our most important organelle, the nucleus, I think it's time we should expand our range. Without the nucleus, the cell wouldn't know what to do. Now, the nucleus could sort of be compared to the White House as the cell is the United States. Hello, Donald Trump. You see, the nucleus is sort of like Donald Trump. The nucleus is assigned to control cell... You put that away now. The nucleus is designed to control the cell through means of DNA and copying that DNA by using RNA, which is a part of that DNA that is then transferred to the ribosomes. Now, the nucleus has a membrane called the nuclear envelope. Inside, we have nucleoplasm, which contains the nucleus's genetic material. On the very inside, you can find the nucleolus, which produces the ribosomes that are then instructed by the RNA. If this chocolate pastry not named for legal reasons were the nucleus, the chocolatey outside would be the nuclear envelope, and the inside would be the nucleoplasm. And there's no nucleolus in this one, but that's the nucleus.
Dies, such as this turtle, the cells do too.
In biology, there's a universally accepted theory called cell theory. This is comprised of three elements. 1. All organisms are made out of cells. 2. Cells are the basic unit of structure and organization in all organisms. 3. All cells come from pre-existing cells.
Son?
Yeah?
I think it's time we have a talk. Son, you see, I think I need to talk to you about something.
What?
You see, when a cell loves itself, it splits up into chromosomes, and from there, it makes a new cell.
What are you trying to tell me?
Son, I'm trying to say that there's a thing called asexual reproduction. Son! No!
I'm leaving!
Son, I need...
This isn't fair! I thought my mom was my mom, I guess it's not.
If this chocolate pastry not named for legal reasons was a nucleus, the exterior... Okay, you keep like a super straight face. Just crack up after. Okay.